I could not care less about this whistleblower hearing. I mean, this is not a real thing. We have the transcript of the phone call that the whistleblower, who's an anonymous nobody, is whistleblowing about. So why do we care what this random whistleblower thinks about a phone call that we all have? Our lawmakers wasted an entire morning discussing this anonymous whistleblower's thoughts about the phone call that we've all seen. And Adam Schiff is literally there pulling nonsense out of his ass and making up stories. This is exactly why the news is manufactured. Because meanwhile, while they're doing this hearing, illegal aliens are being resettled into communities all across America at the taxpayers' expense, and the residents who were unable to decide whether their communities be transformed by refugees and illegal immigration get to pay for all of it. Aren't they lucky? That's actual news. Why isn't that in the news? Oh, right, because the news we're being fed is fake. So Adam Schiff today opened up today's hearing with a completely, absolutely made-up account of the call that Donald Trump had with the Ukrainian president.
Well, it reads like a classic organized crime shakedown. Shorn of its rambling character and in not so many words, this is the essence of what the president communicates. We've been very good to your country, very good. No other country has done as much as we have. But you know what? I don't see much reciprocity here. I hear what you want. I have a favor I want from you, though. And I'm going to say this only 7 times, so you better listen good. I want you to make up dirt on my political opponent, understand lots of it. On this and on that, I'm going to put you in touch with people, and not just any people. I'm going to put you in touch with Attorney General of the United States, my Attorney General, Bill Barr. He's got the whole weight of the American law enforcement behind him. And I'm going to put you in touch with Rudy. You're going to love him, trust me. You know what I'm asking, and so I'm only going to say this a few more times, in a few more ways. And by the way, don't call me again. I'll call you when you've done what I asked.
Except that's not at all what happened. It's literally a fake account of that call. Perhaps that's what he wishes would have happened, because then he might have a more solid case for impeachment, but he literally made up every word of that exchange. How is that any way acceptable? It's acceptable because the news is not real. The news is created by people who want to form a narrative. And that narrative is that Donald Trump is unfit for office because he committed crimes. And they can't actually make that actual case because they don't have the evidence, since it doesn't exist. And so instead, Schiff feels like he can simply make it up. He later had to form some justification. So he said, it was parody. You get that? It's parody. He was being funny, you guys. No, you're a member of Congress. So I'm not really sure why you're doing a stand-up routine at a congressional hearing. But that's just me. No, he knows he was spreading fake information. That's just how he justifies getting away with opening up the hearing with a completely fake account when he's grilled. But the reality is he misled millions of people for the sake of making the case for impeachment, because he does not have a real case. Completely fabricated account out of thin air. I mean, this, folks, is our government. And we're told this is the news. These clowns up here deliberating and speechifying about nonsense. Meanwhile, in Realville, the president of the Ukraine said, no, I was not pressured, as you can see from the transcript.
I think you read everything. So I think you read text. I'm sorry, but I don't want to be involved to democratic, open, elections of USA. No, you heard that we had, I think, good phone call. It was normal. We spoke about many things, and so I think, and you read it, that nobody pushed me. Yes.
So it's literally manufactured. Literally manufactured outrage, manufactured news.